Hello and welcome to Commercial Real Estate Explained, where we help people make informed decisions about commercial real estate. This video is all about what is the due diligence period, what goes into it, what does it have to do with commercial real estate? So essentially, due diligence is the buyer's opportunity to understand what they're buying. This is your chance to really dig into your commercial property, to get inspections, to understand what repairs might be needed, and make sure there are no unpleasant surprises after you close. This is arguably the most important part of a commercial real estate transaction, and you do not want to, not budget enough time to do this or not really pay attention during this period. This is very, very important. As part of the due diligence contingency, just like a lot of things in commercial real estate, the amount of days that you get is negotiable. Frequently, we see roughly 30 days for due diligence, but it can be more, it can be less. It all just comes down to what you negotiate with your seller. As you can imagine, sellers want faster transactions, and so they're going to want a shorter due diligence period. You as the buyer, you're going to want plenty of time to do everything you need to do. That sometimes means a longer due diligence period. So there are a few components of due diligence, but we're going to get into each of these components in later videos. So this is just a high-level overview. But the first thing you want to do is the physical inspection. So you basically want to have a commercial building inspector go through the building, try every light switch, really dig into the building and find anything that's not working or anything that needs to be repaired. As you can imagine, just like when you buy a residential home, they're going to find a lot of things. And if that report doesn't freak you out a little bit, then your inspector maybe didn't do a good job, because when they dig into things, they're going to find at least a few things, usually a lot of things that need to be repaired. A big part of the physical inspection, in my opinion, is the roof and HVAC. Those are two of the bigger ticket items on a commercial real estate transaction. So pay special attention to that in your inspection report. Oftentimes, building inspectors are more generalists, and they'll say, the HVAC seems old, and these are 3 or 4 things that I noticed, but you should have a HVAC specialist go and look at it and tell you how much life is left in them. So the inspection is going to give you just kind of the baseline, then you may need to bring specialists in for other things. Also, while in due diligence, you're going to want to do financial review. You're going to want to understand the operating expenses for the building, what it's going to cost you to own it. If it's a leased investment, you want to understand the strength of the tenant. You want to review the lease. All of this happens in due diligence. You also want to understand the costs of the repairs. We're going to have a video about deferred maintenance, but as I alluded to, you're going to find aspects of this building that need to be repaired. So during due diligence, you want to find out how much is that going to cost you to make the repairs that are essential to the building operating. On top of repairs, you want to think about the cost of improvements. So, there might be 3 or 4 things that have to be fixed for the building to function, but then there might be another 3 or 4 things that you really want added to the building for whatever reason. Maybe there's some ways to save some money. Maybe there are certain things that your business needs if your business is going to occupy, but there's also going to be improvements to get priced out. Now, as you can imagine, this is a lot to figure out in 30 days, so you really need to carve out time to work on it. You need to hire specialists, and you need to really be organized going into contract, because as soon as that clock starts, those days start going away, and that due diligence period can sneak up on you quickly. I will say my most successful clients are the ones that carve out time at least every week, if not every day, to go through due diligence items and make sure they're getting people out there looking at the building and understanding the condition themselves. So do not skimp on this process. The last thing you want to do is buy a commercial real estate building and realize that you didn't do as much homework as you should have. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. We're going to go step by step through buying commercial real estate and hopefully give you some tips and tricks to make your transaction a little smoother on your way to becoming a commercial real estate owner. So thanks for tuning in, and have a great rest of your week.